Few minutes. Or we can transcribe.
Look, Ethan, sure he's not. Ethan, you can take notes.
3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Hey, alert. What's he doing?
He had him upside down.
Oh, no. There he is.
Yeah, hey Ted. You're muted.
You're
muted. Oh, now you're good now. So let's call the meeting at 7:02. We don't have, oh, Patrick waiting. Good evening, Patrick. I don't know if you're up yet.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi.
we're just calling the meeting now at 7:02. So here we are. Do you want us to go around? We're missing a couple.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
Annie?
Annie Malazzi.
Kiri Hannon.
Claire Gunning.
Gina Sofsky.
Allison Gallagher.
Ethan DeMaria.
Ian Campbell.
Ed Malazzi.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you.
We don't seem to have anybody from the public here, so no comment. We need to pull up the
Bless you.
the bill.
Thank you. Sorry.
The final.
You're like very Sally Jesse Raphael with those glasses.
She wore red glasses.
I know
These
she
are-
did. I know
these
she
are-
did.
They match your sweater.
You could be mustard to her ketchup.
They do match my sweater.
Match your sweater.
Okay, so we have the final cap.
Minutes.
Oh, minute.
Oh, we had to do minutes. Sorry. Going backwards.
I had one comment on the minutes.
Okay.
I think it says that Allison was absent last time, but I don't think she was because she
Did something.
she seconded something.
I can't remember if I was or not.
I was not here last time.
I may have been on Zoom. I'm gonna guess I was on Zoom.
Remember last
I
meeting.
can't even, that was like before the holidays.
Patrick and I were not here at last meeting.
I definitely
that-
wasn't in person then.
And that was not coordinated, in case anyone's wondering.
The video.
I'm checking the video and I don't see you.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm guessing I was on Zoom.
Okay, so
didn't see-
that
Don't
That's-
think you
No.
asked.
I think you must
Okay.
not have been here at all.
You were here.
So,
Very, very possible.
Yeah. So where were you?
somebody seconded it.
A female.
Maybe it was
May have been Ruth.
Jenna.
Jen. Ruth and Jenna were here.
where's the motion? And
Let me
oh,
look.
here it is.
I'm not seeing it.
You can have it on the video.
I'm sorry, what?
She's listed under old business.
Okay.
And I don't know if this is what you're referring to, Patrick, but this was a quote from a different meeting.
Oh, yeah. There was that quote, yeah.
Got it. That was
Was-
what that was my mistake.
Because we adjusted the
The amount.
previous, yeah, the right.
Okay, so then the minutes are correct.
Yeah, because now that I'm reading through the minutes, I was not here for this meeting.
We were banging out a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
And a second,
I'll second.
Kiri seconding, and all in favor?
Bye.
Aye.
This. Didn't get a chance to look at these. Have we gotten reimbursed?
Not yet.
Okay.
Last paperwork hopefully today, done?
That's for the
The
15.
15, yeah. And I did, well, it's in my report, but I've submitted the first quarter for the 8,000
Okay, great.
YDS, so everything's in.
Did we pay the landscaping bill?
That's in today's, not yet, it's in today's cat bot?
in today's packet.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, let me switch.
I'm just gonna do a quick scan.
If I can just make a comment,
Yes,
make sure that you have the right form. The total amount should be $29,839.
Oh, wait a minute.
that's
Well,
not,
I thought it was more, it's 33.
I have
Is it
33.
33?
Yeah, the D
Okay.
was,
Oh, see that?
that's where the D and the F got mixed up. So
Okay,
when the final one you sent was actually, was labeled D, but it should have been F,
what,
right?
the F form, what is the final total?
I have 33, 820, 25.
And that's the form that you should have. Is it marked F at the top?
It's not, it's marked D,
Okay,
but the name of the file is F.
So yeah, that was earlier
change
today.
the
I
D
corrected
to
it.
an F.
Okay,
So we're
Good.
all on the same page.
yes,
Yeah, I changed the letters on this packet that you have here and on the website, so it should be correct, but the one I sent earlier was incorrect. I didn't catch it
Okay.
this evening.
okay. Does
that-
anyone have any questions? Everything
I
looks,
have a question. Why is MailChimp on there twice?
There were two bills for it.
One was from last month and one was from this month?
Because that's a monthly subscription.
Yeah.
It is.
Was that one where we had delayed?
Well, the delay was in November going into December, so it could very well be 2 months.
Okay.
Same thing with Renaissance Web Solutions. One bill
Yeah.
is for December, one is for January. Can I ask whether Carrie got the check?
I got the check and I tried to deposit it on my mobile checking and it won't accept it for some reason. But I'm going to the city on Thursday and I will deposit it in the bank. Thank you.
Thank you.
can someone make a motion to approve these?
I'll make a motion to approve cap 260120F. The total amount $33,820.25.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Bye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Oh, is everything with the bookkeeper sorted out, Ted? Pretty much the,
We're working on it.
okay. Progress.
I'm just scanning through the pages of the reports. Was there anything we should be aware of? Anything that needs to be?
Well,
we
you
could-
got a another grant from Berkshire Taconic
Mm-hmm.
for $3,000 for primarily for the kids club.
Great.
I
The
guess it's worth noting that, and I don't know how often this happens, but it looks like our, if I look at the expense report, our expenses were at 104.59%. So that means we went over budget on our expenses, correct?
but you got
Yes.
to realize that that includes also those grants. And
Yeah,
so
that
that gets
inc-
yeah.
when we get a grant added in, and we spend that, we do include that in the expenses. So yes, we did.
We'll have 15,000 left. We'll have that'll be lessened by 15,000 when we get that reimbursement from the county. Is that right, Fred? Ted?
It
We'll
would be
get
about
that.
23,000 between the 8,000 and the 15,000.
That won't go on for last year's budget though. That'll go for this year's. How will that work?
Well, it'll go on whatever month it comes in.
Okay, so yeah, it won't.
It won't affect December's.
So technically we were 104.59 over budget, but
I saw that too. I think Patrick brings up a good point. When we do our budget stuff this year, we just have to be a little because it's like certain like the grant expenditures. We kind of knew that was going to get blown because you did so many.
But we don't edit that line during the year. So the whole number doesn't change,
Mhm.
even though the reality of the number changes. So it's just like we have to just live with it.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean we're blowing our budget. It means we're,
we also had insurance increased costs because of the grants
Right.
Mhm.
that was out of proportion for what we normally would do.
Yeah, you almost have to look at it line by line
yeah.
because you can see insurance is higher, but we also did go over on equipment costs, but we're in
And we
programming.
also we didn't
marketing.
raise as much money as we had hoped to, so some of that also was made up for in the grants line. Um. I mean, it's like, I get it, like, if we were getting, if this was an audited report, it would look different. Because it's a working document, it doesn't, those things get adjusted on, monthly, so, I don't know. Do we want to accept the reports?
Yes, we need to vote on that. So we should,
Yeah.
I will make a motion that we accept the financial reports
Okay.
for December 2025.
Can I have a second?
I'll second it.
Gary's seconding. All in favor?
Aye.
Um. Is there anything else you need to say, Ted, or are we good? I
No,
have you at,
the
okay,
accountant Grady CPA in Rhinebeck is getting ready to prepare to work on the forms for us, for the state and for federal. I need to have from each of you, or hopefully by email, how many hours per week on the average you have spent on trustee business.
okay.
Okay.
Um,
Per week,
per week.
per
Okay.
week. Doesn't
Sounds
have to
good.
be exact. It just should be reasonable.
Yes.
Okay. That's it for me.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I, what I, I'm gonna apologize. I'm a little fuzzy today. I'm in a fair amount of pain, but, we need to start the year knowing where we want to end the year. I was gonna write out a calendar month by month of the things we have to accomplish, and I haven't gotten it quite done. But I don't want us to get caught up. I don't want to be caught up 4 months behind going forward with the vote. So we have to be prepared that there's a couple of beats we're gonna have to hit early in the year. And we're gonna have to decide we're gonna go for the vote in November. We're gonna have to set the number early. I think we need to I feel like we get a little, the board gets a little lost in the weeds setting the budget numbers. I think the board needs to step back just a hair from managing the jiggering of the numbers. I think we're gonna come up with a big number, and we're gonna let Deanne figure out how to do the internal numbers, and then we'll approve the final budget and not have us spend all the time jiggering the number. Does that make sense? I think that will make it easier for us to, I think that will make it easier for Deanne to just do it, and we won't have to spend all of our time. I think, and Ted, I hope that that's not inappropriate for me to say that. I feel like, I think we need to look at the budget, look at the final number, and then need the final budget sometime like a month or two later. Because I think we're gonna need to set the number for the vote March or April. I think we started doing everything, it was in June this year, and it was a little too, we were behind the gun on everything. So we're gonna have to, this is like a test run of this. Allison, correct me if I'm wrong, from a nonprofit management point of view, that makes sense?
Yeah. Yeah, Deanne should have, she should be setting the budget. She should be approving monthly payments,
Right,
and then the board approves at the end.
right, okay. So we'll work on it and make it flow. Because I think we get a little caught up in the nitty gritty sometimes. We also, that we started talking at the last meeting. I sent out the form, which was the self-evaluation form that Patrick really nicely, right after I sent it out, filled it out and sent it back. But I really had sent it out hoping us to have a conversation about doing the self-evaluation, which was great. I've tucked it away. I may have to find it again. But I think we really need to start doing this kind of self-evaluation on a regular, an annual basis. I know that Jenna was willing to help, like grab the final stuff and like figure out how to synthesize it a little bit, which was really nice. But I need to ask everybody to, I didn't bring the form with me. I think Annie, thank you. It was the board self-evaluation and then board's relationship with the executive. My personal one, this is, my understanding is that we don't need to, you don't need to return my individual performance as a board member. That's more self-facing. But if you want, we can all do it together. We can all have that together and then
Where is this form from?
Dalhousie, this came through, Mid-Hudson, library system. They say that this is the form that they use.
And it's for any,
It's a
Nonprofit
freely available, yeah.
okay. I was just thinking for the newspaper, that might be
Yeah,
something that
yeah,
you give
you
to
could
them as
look at
well.
it, yeah. And so we could give it a try, but everybody has to do it. I think, Annie had scanned it and emailed it to everybody.
Okay.
So it should be somewhere in everybody's email.
Okay.
You email that again.
Yeah, to everybody, or does anybody in particular wanna?
Why don't you just send it to everybody?
Send it to everybody, yeah, and then,
By the next meeting or
yeah,
something,
we
have
say, yeah, let's try to have it.
better
all
homework.
submit our own
Yeah,
by next
alright.
meeting. Maybe that's enough from me dictating new things. But yeah, and I do need, Deanne, I'll need you to try to get in touch with Robert, the lawyer. Again, way earlier than we were able to get in touch with him, so that we're on his schedule, in his mind. We'll need to have the
Language.
language for the
How?
tax override and we'll have to figure out our number. And maybe we can do that by email, in the next couple of weeks. Start thinking about it. Yeah, so we need to know what we need first and then go from there. He knows. This is kind of his, his bag, so.
I just sent everybody a copy of, I had specifically written it in minutes, the timeline last year.
Okay,
So you all now have that
okay, thank you.
as far as what needs to be done when. And we're gonna have to change our bylaws because I'm looking at it now, but I'm double checking. Stand by. I'm pretty sure our bylaws state that our budget meeting is supposed to be a specific time,
I think it's
In
like in August.
which has to be.
So we need to change that in the
Yeah.
bylaws? Okay. Which will need a public hearing for that.
Yeah.
I think this schedule was based on our very abbreviated rush.
Yes,
So this needs to be stretched out, so,
we should be done by June,
yeah,
July.
yes. Exactly. We shouldn't be having
Yeah.
to make sure that before Madeline goes on vacation, that she's deposited the signature.
I have a question. When the election schedule changes, will we only have elections every 2 years then? Right, because they're changing it, so there are no off-year elections, right? So
I,
then I think we should, my point is, if
I know.
in fact that is what's happening, that we are only going to the ballot every 2 years,
Yeah.
then we need to be prepared for that, so. I don't know the answer,
right.
but everybody's terms are all screwed up, right? Because like
Yeah.
some people are 3 years, some people are 1 year, because they're all trying to get on the same cycle.
Yes,
And so maybe you still can have a 414 vote, but
That's it.
that's it. Seems a
right,
little
but
weird.
forcing the
Who's gonna
town
show
to
it?
try
So,
to,
anyway,
to
so
show-
we should
yeah.
be thinking about a 2-year budget, maybe not an every year budget.
I think that's a very good point.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I didn't know that was happening. It shows how much I pay attention to all of these, but it's.
Yeah, they're trying to align the local
Mhm.
elections with
That
the
makes
state and federal election cycle, throughout the state. I still feel like there's things that are gonna be needing to be voted on, like state resolutions and, like there's gonna be something that's gonna, come through. But I would hate to be like saying, no, we're gonna do it every year because we wanna do it every year and be the only thing.
Sure, the Board of Elections can.
Yeah, it might be worth a conversation.
Yeah, because how does that affect the school budget? I mean, how's
Well,
that?
school
They
budget
have
runs
their
their
own,
own
they have
election.
their own election.
Right, and then any special district library, they vote with the school elections, and all the association libraries run their own elections. So it's only the ones who are doing it
Oh,
with the state
yeah.
elections. So yes, so thank you for sending me that little clip because that will be helpful. But we do need to, like, we need to be starting like 3 months earlier. It's January, right?
Mhm.
Like,
The
I've
end
been
of
like, it's Tuesday. No, it's Friday.
Mm.
All week. So, yeah, I'm gonna work up a printed like year schedule where we can start tucking things in. But the first thing for February's board meeting, we're gonna do the evaluation. And we'll then sit down, and by March, we'll have some, synthesis. Okay,
Do we have a director evaluation yet?
no, I haven't done that, but, I don't have I don't have the form, but I'll look for it. I'm sure it's somewhere in my inboxes. I can't find anything. The box I got from Beth, she stripped everything out and left very little behind. So I don't even have what she did for Alexis. So I don't have any.
You got copies of it.
I might have it too.
Okay, I just have no, but we should do that. We'll do that this month too. Okay. Okay, you're on.
Okay, so Deanne did order the National Book Award winners from Oblong. And she wanted to pick them up herself
Yes, I still want to.
instead of me picking them up. So I said, okay. I guess they have, the reason you wanted to was they have a box of books that might be.
Selfish. They have a box of discarded books that they're damaged to their eyes if they let librarians go through and pick out. And I'm like, oh, I'd love to go do that. But
I'm going over there tomorrow if you need me to
please
do
just
it.
pick it up. I'm just.
I mean, I don't want to take that
No, I
joy
know.
away from you, but I could ask them to look at the books. And I could call you from the store.
I give up. I give up. If you want to do that'd be cool.
I'm happy to swing in.
I'm just not gonna make it. It's January the 20th. I gotta be realistic. Oh,
Okay. So Vicky Labruto has started the process for our writing contest at the high school. And what do they call it now? The middle school or the junior high school, whatever it is.
Junior.
They changed it at some point. And but 6th through 12th grade can enter their writing. And it's also open to homeschoolers, although we've never really gotten any. But we would accept that, and posters are around in the library as well. And we're going to be doing our membership drive in February.
Thank you. Yeah,
Starting off with grants, we finally have a decision on the inserts, the cantilevered insert for the ALA grant. And we've ordered them, we paid, what a journey. 50% down, which was in this catbot. And then 50% when they deliver it. It's gonna be about 10 weeks, they told me, to get the inserts.
okay.
So we still have time with that grant. For the other part of that grant, we still need to plug in the automatic door opener, and I don't know if the town's gonna let us. We can get these little inserts to go through the these panels
Oh, I
and
forgot to have Jay look at
to
the
feed it.
day
through
he
it.
was,
It,
yeah.
and then it'll just go across and then
Yeah.
back down, and so we just need 2 inserts, but I don't know if they want to let us do it or if they want somebody else to do it. But it's not an electrician job. It's a, just
Right.
Again,
a plug-in. So anyway, I haven't gotten an answer from that. Oh, so we need to know if I think Janine may have brought it up. I don't know if she.
It didn't come up in the board meeting.
No, I can't use that door until I get it plugged in.
Okay,
For the U grant, there was one mistake I put on the reimbursement thing. We've been going back and forth, but I got hopefully the last one was fixed today. And so, if they get any more, we'll hand it back, but hopefully that's the last one. Thanks to Claire and Jay for putting up the slat board and the shelves. We have just so enjoyed the slat wall. It's just been an amazing change.
Looks great.
and I was so happy to have everybody witness how badly we bicker.
Seen it in person. I've seen it at my house when we were picking
Oh, yeah.
picking up the sign.
It was just,
A lot of conversation about how to get the sign into the truck
yeah,
proper way.
we were pros.
So part of that, we also had to replace the TV, because it broke when we were storing it. So we replaced the TV today, but we were still able to use the same frame that we bought with the U grant, the
Great.
same display thing. So for the Youth Development Program grant, we just sent in the first quarter reimbursements, which totals 6147.68. I don't know what the timetable is for reimbursement, but that's been sent in. We'll see how that works.
that's the county.
That's the state and county,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So that was the other thing. The forms are very odd. So I had to do some corrections. They was just very odd. And I don't understand them. Sometimes the U grant one was the same way. They're learning the same time I am on these things. Annie was able to qualify the library for a $500 digital navigator.
Yay.
What did they call it? An encouragement?
And investment to continue the program.
Yeah. So she,
Awesome.
how many hours? That was 20. How many hours?
I don't remember. I want to say it was maybe like 10, and then the amount of time I had to consult formally with at least 5 people.
Yeah. So she's put in quite a lot of hours on that, and it'll.
Yeah.
Thank you, Annie.
Woo. Thank you to Theodore Malazzi for being one of the people I roped in.
Yay.
Any question? Oh, so yeah, any questions on grants?
No,
So the seed grant that we got will be towards Kids Club, so that'll be put towards Kids Club. For the Mid Hudson Library Association, they nominated us to host the to the annual trustees dinner upstairs. It was Red Hook, Alex Geller nominated us to.
great.
Yeah, so, which is fine. We can handle it. They know about the parking, but he's arranged for us to be able to use Stitting house
okay.
parking.
Great.
So we'll do that.
And
So we have to get a caterer for that.
So we don't, the DCLA will get the.
They
caterer.
provide the caterer.
We don't have to, the $50 was needed to deposit, as a deposit to hold it. So that's what was also in this cap bot.
okay,
So we've held it for May 5th. Yeah, May 5th. And so we're all working on,
Okay, so in those ones that we've gone to before, I think there's been wine served.
we can't have wine.
We can't have wine.
So everybody, I told the whole DCLA, I said, we cannot have wine, and they're like, that's fine.
Okay.
They're fine.
What
Alex
are our other responsibilities in hosting this
Um,
besides giving them the space?
I think that's We'll get reimbursed for the space as far as I know, but not much else. We just have to make sure the library looks good because that's one of the draws. The trustees like to come and look at the different libraries. So they'll be coming down to tour the library and
Do we have to
That's
set
about
up the tables and stuff?
we have the caterer will do that, I believe. If we may have to set up the tables, I don't know.
We should find that out, just make sure that we have enough tables and chairs.
It'll hold to 106. We only about 100 people show up, so we've got plenty. There's plenty of tables up there for that and chairs. Any questions on that?
And
Is that
it'd be nice
something
if people
you
could
want
attend.
Us to, yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, do you want all of us here for
It'd
that?
be nice.
It'd be nice, yeah.
I'm happy to put it on my calendar now. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All the people in this area, all the libraries are very excited not to have to drive forever. They're very excited about having it up here.
Yeah, it's
That's
usually a
Cinco
good
de
adventure.
Mayo?
Yeah, I was just like.
We can't have tequila?
Sorry. You can bring a coffee cup, and what is in your coffee cup is up to you.
Why is there no, what, I don't understand that rule. Who says we can't have alcohol in this building?
The town.
Municipal
Are you sure?
building.
I asked them.
Well, Because the New York Public Library does
Serves wine.
huge
If you get a
fundraisers.
licensed caterer, you can, but
So does this caterer license to serve alcohol?
He does not even provide, the one they're looking at doesn't provide drinks. We'd have to
Okay, all
provide.
right. I was just
Mhm.
curious.
I mean, I think
you can hire.
you can, you can hire,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a way to get
I was just-
on-site,
yeah.
liquor license for an event. But
And the town wants insurance. That's their biggest thing.
Yeah,
They
they
said
really just
no
want-
alcohol's allowed, period, so.
yeah.
But that's not a deal breaker for everybody else.
Okay,
so.
I was just curious. Deal breaker for
Um,
me, obviously.
I am proposing, we did not get to celebrate, I was wanting to have a party of some sort at the end of the year, but it didn't work out, but, I was like to have an appreciation day for the friends and for all the volunteers and y'all for, I guess it's Valentine's Day, but, that Saturday to just show everyone we appreciate all their help for
Awesome.
all our family that helps on Saturdays, because everybody, all of the clerks have their families come in to help them, to help us keep the library open on Saturdays, so they at least deserve to have some sort of gathering.
Yeah.
We've done this in the past. How many people roughly?
20 maybe, yeah, 20, 25, I would say no more.
Do you want to do it here or somewhere
I was thinking here, that'd be,
else?
yeah,
That's what we did.
yeah, here. I know you'd like, we can just, have finger foods and whatever, I don't know, just something.
Okay.
Could we talk to Storybook?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I'll be in there tomorrow. I'll talk to Jeff.
You'd budget for that.
And it's actually Valentine's Day.
Yeah. We could do it either, right after the library closes at 2 or what?
That's the Saturday, that's the 13th.
Oh, wait,
Oh,
what-
wait, no, I'm on the wrong year.
Does it have to be that day?
No, that was just a proposed
Okay.
today. If there's a better day for, I mean, I just want to put some stake in the ground and let us know that we're gonna do this.
I asked
so.
because if I approach Storybook, I wonder if they're gonna do a Leah's night on Valentine's Day.
Oh,
That's what I would do.
well, if there's another Saturday, I'm happy, nothing's committed. Any questions on any of that?
No.
Okay, programs, our winter reading is in full swing and everybody, we've got some, people are very excited about this, I think. We had the new teen workshop, which is for 6th to 8th graders, we had our Dungeons and Dragons today, 2 people showed up, I was very happy. We also have now added a second strength and coordination class on Fridays, and I am leading that, which I'm not good, but they're very patient with me, so they're very grateful.
Can you try and get Fran to come to that?
She,
I've talked to her a
know.
couple times. Ask her again.
we needled her. We do. Let's see, we got a really cool grant from WMHT for Elmo's birthday. It's a really cool kit of 25 books. It's a kit of 25 things to have an event for Elmo's birthday for early literacy. And it comes with pencils, bags, all sorts of things. So we're going to have that on the Bring Your Child to the Library Day, which is February the 7th, because that's Elmo's birthday, and it's
Okay.
also Bring Your Child to the Library Day. So we're just kind of combining it into one big party. And I'm excited about that. I didn't know what I was doing when I applied, but only 20 libraries got it, and we were one of them. So that's kind of cool.
20 nationally?
20 in the state.
Oh, in the state.
In the
Okay.
urban-
Still.
WMHD is
Yeah.
the public station?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
It's our local PBS.
Yeah, it's the Albany one, right?
yeah.
Mhm.
So that was really cool. Yeah, if any kids who check out a book that day will get a free ice pop. I've still got some left over. Summer. So we also got a home boost kit from Central Hudson. But this is kind of cool. It's a kit of items that you can do energy audits. So I haven't looked at it yet. It just came in. But anyway, we'll get a training on it later this month. And people will be able to come in and check out things to do their own energy audits on their
Mhm.
homes, like find out where things are leaking, where things, if your insulation needs to be improved. And I'm not sure what's in it, but it came in a big box, so we'll find out. I don't have any more information. I'm sorry.
Sounds good.
We have a planned elderhood February the 21st and the 22nd. We are printing out booklets for that. They're 50-page booklets. I'm getting a bid from Minuteman to see what that costs.
Okay.
And if you know of anybody who wants to go to that, it's on the website. It should be a really good in-depth program. It's one of the continuation of what the Friends had started last year with estate planning and things like that. We will be continuing to do things like this throughout the year. We did a financial literacy for teens. That was in December, and we'll hold the next one during the week in the coming months because we had like 3 people show up.
Yeah, that weekend was hard.
Yeah, it's
If you let me know when it is, I can make sure William shares that with school.
yeah, we're doing a lot of with broadcasting at the school, so
Mhm.
we're
Is what
trying.
time in Tel Aviv?
The Kids Club's going very well. We've had to hire 2 people instead of one person doing 4 days. We've got 2 people doing 2 days each. So for assisting in that,
Honestly, that's probably smarter.
it's working out.
Mm.
Shine's taking over, is planning to have our next team board on the 23rd from 5 to 6. So that's this week. We're changing the time because 4 to 5 didn't work because nobody could get out of track or anything else. So nobody came, but we're trying to get 5 to 6, and it's via Zoom too. So I was trying. Kids Club has been pretty successful, but I was wondering if we could continue it during the summer. What y'all would think of during the summer? I don't think it would interfere with summer camp. There are some kids who can't go to summer camp, and if so, we could do it at like 4 o'clock when summer camp lets out. To 5 o'clock, just do a modified, but it's something that I would like to think of.
Can the kids come right here from summer camp?
So they're here on Wednesday. Is it Wednesdays? Tuesdays.
Tuesdays.
They're here on Tuesdays as a summer camp. This is their last thing that they do during the day. So they go home from here. So some could stay. And that was a
I
thing.
think it would be a big draw if they could come right from summer camp over here.
Yeah.
I mean,
We'd have to figure out how
The logistics.
manage the-
Mhm.
It's something to think about. I didn't want to. We don't
Okay.
have to have an answer. I just
Yeah.
Maybe you could hire one of the counselors aren't there teens that
Oh.
are at the
Mhm.
camp? Like, maybe you could hire one or 2 of the counselors to work an extra hour and a half
And walk them
and
over.
walk them over and then help with the program here. So,
yeah. As a parent, I would say I would not bring my kids if I had to pick them up from the summer camp and then drop them off here for an hour.
Yeah.
If they could come right here, I would send them every day I could. Same with the after school program, like now,
Right.
but it's harder. That would be my thought, that it could get good traction. By the end of the day, when the kids are outside playing all summer, though, they might be a little tired by the time they get here.
Yeah.
They actually like to come here and just play.
Yeah.
We have them upstairs for the thing, and they just
Yeah.
do stations where they just play, and they like that, and they check out books.
Mhm.
They can play whatever game, but they're actually happy to get into the pool.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
I bet.
They really are. Okay, so that's something we'll
Yeah,
Shine
let's
about.
think about it. Yeah.
That's something we could reimburse the town for to do, so we don't have to put them on our payroll necessarily. Kind of like,
yeah.
hiring a couple of cops to do something.
I
So-
plan on going for another grant if they have this for the drop-in because, this is
Mhm.
this is exactly
Mhm.
what that grant is for,
Mhm.
the dropping grant. Let's see. So we had, the online programs in DCLA are doing pretty well. We've got like 40 or 50 people showing up at a program. So the next two that are coming up are listed there. And trustee education,
No, yeah,
yeah,
that was what I forgot to talk about. We've got a couple of people who are way ahead. Thank you, Ethan.
Such an overachiever. It's so aggravating. That's fun.
I feel like he's already done all of his.
I'm good until 28.
Probably done-
Haven't sent you
No, he's probably
emails.
done his taxes for 25 already.
No, the forms
Nelson
haven't
has
come
not
in.
done my taxes.
But there's a couple of people who haven't quite finished their training for last year, Patrick. And we need
Patrick, your
to,
work training satisfies it. Just submit your work training.
the sexual harassment but I don't believe you've done your 2025 trustee training. You're
Okay,
supposed to do 2 hours of it.
I can get it done this week.
And then maybe you could do just like try to do 4 and get it done for 2026.
Yes.
Where do we do that again? I can never remember where, and I think I did mine, but
it's online. It's
I think you're missing like a half hour
You're
or
Okay.
something. You're
Mid
pretty
Mid-Hudson,
close.
the Mid-Hudson
Mid-Hudson
Board of Trustees has
Trustees,
a
okay.
bunch of,
They have a bunch of
stuff
tape
recorded
games
online,
that
yeah.
are nice.
and the ALA has stuff.
Mm. We can send her some.
training on demand.
Like,
Okay.
yeah, training on
Yeah,
demand.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
I think Ruth isn't done and Jenna, so we need to remind them.
Ooh,
As
I completed
well.
2 tutorials. Yes, it still has me.
But that'd be great if we could I'll get that done shortly. I just got 2025 sexual harassment training done, but I might just go right back on and
I
do it
know.
again.
It's fresh.
It's fresh.
Okay, so we've had to make, I don't know if you've noticed that in the last week, the website colors changed for our menu because the ADA in order to comply with the new ADA regulations for online visuals, there needs to be more contrast between the background color and the text.
Okay.
And our logos colors are too light. The light green is too light. So he darkened the color. I've not really had time to look at them to evaluate them, but that's where we're going. Yes, that's why the colors have changed.
And I think knockout tape is also hard. When the background is darker than the text.
Right.
It's
He already
harder
changed
to
it?
see.
He looked
The-
down,
ah.
look further down.
Like this?
Where do you go? Oh.
Oh, these,
yeah, that's
okay.
that part.
Oh,
So when I do the signs for the ALA, I get drop down signs. I have to either do like black text or black box with yellow text or white text or something like that. So it will be distinguished from the tiles and the lights and things like that. So I have to do a hard color contrast like that. Let's see, any questions on the analytics or?
up and away.
Yeah.
Everything's going up. Good job.
Looks
Thank
good.
you.
Yeah.
It's really helpful, the way you present all of this.
Thank you, Annie.
Yes, Annie was responsible for getting that converted. Before there wasn't much change between month to month, and now there is. So you can actually see them, sure.
Yeah. Right.
There was slight difference in our total attendance for programs, but there was like 604 that I didn't put it in there because it was yoga. I didn't get Chrissy's in.
No, yeah.
So it's orange those 600. Okay. Any questions on that?
Thank you, Ethan.
For what?
The email you just sent.
Oh, yeah. Yes, you got it. Nobody's using the Spice library?
We need to market it
One.
again. Yeah.
Yeah, it does seem like people will remember it and then forget about it, though I think one of our ideas was just periodically give people a nudge.
And do recipe cards. That was the other thing we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Recipe cards.
What do you use each of these for?
Yeah, that was the other question. A lot of people,
Yeah.
what do you use this for? And here's a recipe card for it right there. Jordan did a really good job with the Instant Pot and all those other soup for
Mhm.
soup month. She took out cookbooks and then highlighted some recipes in them for the display.
Oh,
So that's
great.
kind of cute too. They're really doing a good job with displays.
They have,
And Cheyenne's been doing an exceptionally good job with Kids Club. I just cannot sing her praises enough.
She's a ball
She
energy.
really
She
has done, and
is.
she's straightened up the closet. Something needs done, it gets done.
you know,
Been awesome.
Great.
Yeah, I just told them. What about?
I was reading this and I completely missed you saying that. I'm so sorry.
Ah, it's okay. Went through it. I told her we had to. Okay,
Okay, facilities, do we need to take a vote on accepting the director's report?
Motion to
Yes.
accept the director's report.
Second.
Ethan made the motion, Kiri seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
okay, facilities. I reached out to get a quote for the increased coverage for the molestation and sexual abuse policy that they were requiring,
Uh-huh,
and I have not heard back yet.
okay.
They take their time. It was a long form to fill out, but we'll see. And I thank you for the installation. I do want to add 2 more slat walls to the children's room. It'll be about $126 from eBay, free shipping. So I think that's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
So cheap.
yeah,
Yeah, the ones that we got are not, because they're much bigger than what's normal and they're square. So the ones we're getting are normal size ones. But yeah, and we have plenty of those. I got plenty of displays for the slat wall, so we're covered. So I'll do that. So, and we also replaced the TV, and thank you for that. And we went over the door. I'm looking at a new printer. I'm really getting sick of our HP. I'm ink or laser printers, laser jets for that, or laser cartridges for that are $400, over $400.
laser printers are extraordinarily expensive.
And I'm
yes.
tired, when I do the off-brand kind, and 85% of the time they work and the 15% they don't. So I want to look at something else, either another, an inkjet or
The
another,
problem with inkjet is just the color can smear.
well, then another brand of,
Right,
Instead of
but I think
HP.
laser jet's always gonna be expensive. But
Inkjet, if you give them a little time to try, it doesn't need like 5 minutes or
Yeah.
anything, but you do need to make sure we give them. I think if we just
Yeah.
tell staff and patrons, hey, give it a minute.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount you save on ink versus toner
Yeah.
is bananas.
I'm still looking at the cost analysis between like Consumer Reports or
but
something
it's
like that.
also having to buy a whole new printer,
Yeah,
so.
but
Yeah.
And the truth is for the quantity of printing we sometimes do,
do a lot.
you're gonna need to use a lot of the cartridges. You know, so it's a cost benefit, you know. I mean, really think about it
That's what I'm
before
thinking about that.
jumping into
And
it.
maybe we print less, like, we shouldn't be printing these.
But we use those. I know some people do.
You can
use
print, so print 1 copy and everybody can share the 1 copy and you need to look on, I mean, it's 2026. If you can't look at it on your computer,
I don't print them for our board members anymore.
them.
Because then I end up printing 10 copies for the 12 board members that are going to show up and none of them take them.
Oh,
So,
well, I'll
yeah.
print like 3 in case
Mhm.
public shows up or some people forget their rate.
I would print 1.
I like the
copy,
idea of 1 copy.
copy.
You can make
one
copies if you
copy,
need
And
to.
then, and everyone needs to look at their
Mhm.
computer.
We also do we also do a lot of marketing for Kids Club because they
Oh.
have the bus forms have to go out, the
Mhm.
weekly calendars have to go out and things like that. So that's
Just
a lot.
just look at ways that, you know,
Mhm.
it's like, there was a story about how like Goldman Sachs stopped buying paper clips. They were like, you find a paper clip in your drawer, like,
Recycle them.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. We're not buying any more paper clips.
When I'm out, I go to somebody else's desk and take what I have given them in the last packet.
So what I ended up is I print out one and then copy it, use the copier for that. So that's, yeah.
What about going back to the idea of leasing a printer and then toners included? So we pay at work, we get I can't remember the exact details, we pay $112 a month for like 10,000 pages or something. Yes, and so printing, it's printing, copying, it's like an all-in-one. I don't know if it's worth it because it is expensive, but then I can send you the details on it just to consider. But I found it to be easier. They set it up, they hook up all the computers to scan to,
They service it.
they service it. When we're out of ink, we call them. We pay like $14 for shipping. We always have a backup toner on hand for every color, so I can send you the information and see if it's worth it.
Yeah, so what we need is, we need to do cost comparison between the cost of buying a new printer, what toner costs per page, as well as per cartridge, because you can get numbers, the ones, the inkjet cartridges may be less expensive, but they certainly don't do. So make sure you're also comparing page counts. Because that's the only way you can get anywhere close to realistic.
Do we have an official count as to what we print? I imagine it fluctuates month to month significantly.
So the HP is hooked up to the web portal. You can, but only for the HP, where a lot of the not adult, what's the word? Patron. The patron printing to the Canon, that doesn't have any kind of count we'd have to. But we could backwards engineer it from the amount of copy money we get. But because sometimes you have somebody with, 11 full color pages, that's gonna be, it's not gonna adjust well with like 20 cents for black and white.
I think we can see how much color printing we're doing with Kid Club and see, because we're not using a whole lot of color on that, but still color. So we can see how much and that's 700 copies or something
Yeah.
to go out
Heavy amount.
for the schools, for both schools.
Once a month.
Okay, that was just throwing it out there to see.
Okay.
We have, we're training Brianna. She started out as a Kids Club assistant, but it didn't work out. So we're trying to get her to see if she can fill in on Wednesdays when Annie's day off.
What didn't work out?
It was not a good fit for her to be a Kids
Okay,
Club
kids.
assistant. Yeah. She's doing better as a clerk. But we need to, it was just to have for Wednesday afternoons like today or tomorrow. Jordan may be out sick. I don't know. We don't have any coverage. We just need an extra person, but it should be Wednesday afternoons and one
Okay.
Saturday a month. So would give us a break because we're doing 3. We rotate every third Saturday to do it. So it would give us one Saturday. That's it.
Okay.
Me? Yep. So I took a look at the email, on MailChimp, and I tried to play around with it. It's not really all that easy, honestly.
MailChimp sucks. Sorry.
A couple things. One, do we think that maybe we should move to Constant Contact or one of the other email service providers? I'm just throwing it out there. I have no skin in this game. So
I've heard not good things about Constant Comment too. People have found it difficult to use. So I don't know if there's any one that's, what is there another one? What's the other one? The app that's. I can't remember if there's-
What is this for?
just for
Massive
the newsletter. So okay, so
Mailing lists
that
and-
was the first comment about that. Second is, I think you should think about, and I understand that it's really difficult to work in MailChimp, but I don't think that having that giant schedule at the top of the email is doing you any favors. So I would switch it to content or something else at the top, and then weave the schedule in and maybe make the schedule in a JPEG or something and weave it in somewhere else.
Our problem with that is you're gonna run into accessibility, because MailChimp doesn't have great, alt text.
Okay, so is
Right.
that another reason to?
It's another
switch?
reason why it might be, what do you pay for MailChimp?
$13 since we paid twice this month. Anyway, so I would just take the time to explore what your other options are. You know, I know like some of the Democrats use Constant Contact, and their emails look nice. So just throwing it out there that maybe it's time to take a look and see what else is around.
But also look at how it looks on I never look at it on my computer, but now that I'm sitting here, I'm like, it looks much nicer on the computer than it does on the phone. And the
Yeah.
phone, I just honestly look at
Yeah,
it.
on the phone, it looks awful.
Yeah.
So,
Do
you
other
also
libraries
just,
use home? Do they use? What do other libraries use?
Oh, I can check on that.
so yeah, I would take a look, like I looked at, I get the East Hampton Library newsletter, and I don't remember, I tried to send it to you, but it wouldn't format properly. But it's much more visual, and it's a little bit
More like
easier.
tiles.
So yeah, like
Yeah.
tiles, right? So anyway, I would just maybe sign up for some other people's emails and see what they have. This is gonna sound horrible, but do we think that having the English and Spanish is helpful? Or is it more effort than it's worth?
Effort, it's nothing,
Okay,
but,
Is it, I'm just gonna sound harsh, and I don't mean it to sound harsh. So,
I was in the same
Um,
position.
is it performative?
Yeah.
Or is it really helping?
it is hard to tell. The Spanish speaking folks I run into at the library don't mention it.
Can you sign up for the email in Spanish?
So what I was thinking is, we can talk about this later, but what we could do, what I thought of is putting one version at the top and another version at the bottom, or
Right.
just go, if you need Spanish, click here and go down to the
Correct.
bottom immediately, or go to this
Right,
page, or have a separate one. I don't know. But we
Yeah,
can talk about that.
I feel like it's, and I applaud having the Spanish email. I think it's
Mhm.
amazing, but I also find it a little distracting, when I'm reading the email. So that was just
Maybe
another
a link,
thing.
at the top that says click here to read in
Yeah.
Spanish, and then it opens in another tab or,
Yeah.
I don't know, that's, yeah.
MailChimp definitely
Yeah.
doesn't have a phone.
Yeah.
number.
So,
Right.
yeah.
So yeah, continue looking elsewhere.
Yeah.
But
Just looking at Constant Contact, they have 35 a month is their standard package.
I think that's one reason why we went with MailChimp.
Right.
It's cheaper.
But they also may have a nonprofit,
Maybe,
So-
it also may be time to decide that that's something we
Right.
want to spend a little money on.
Yeah. And maybe you can use some of the NADA grant to pay for some of that if MailChimp is not providing you accessibility in their service. So just a thought.
Yeah, yeah.
I had a question about what's happening with our wall? Are we
Oh, I don't know.
anything?
Oh, that grant will not be announced until, what was it, August? or
Okay,
something?
so that's still on, okay. And then the last thing is that this is my second to last meeting. I am moving.
Oh.
So, March will be my last meeting. So it's been really fun.
Where are you moving? Where you going?
I'm just going to Lakeville. There's a grocery store there.
There's
a lot
so
right
much
there.
more there.
Library there.
So,
There's a couple extra restaurants.
Exactly. So,
Coffee
it's
shop, there's ice cream, there's so many options.
so many options. There's my daughter. Anyway, it's been such an amazing experience, and I've met so many great people, and I'm just so happy that I was able to do this, and it was just really, I loved being a part of this library. It was really, really fun. So,
For all your work.
Yeah. well, be around, it's only 10 minutes away. So,
Keep your Valentine's Day open.
exactly, or the following Sunday,
Yeah.
or Cinco de Mayo, or whenever the other
Mhm.
dinner is. Oh,
You
Larry.
can come for that.
Oh, you can bring the liquor. You won't live there anymore.
Trouble.
Y'all never did that in church where you brought coffee cups filled
Oh,
with whatever.
And I'm gonna tell you, I'm sure people do it upstairs
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Oh, for sure, they have wine at those baby showers.
Mhm.
Yep. Okay, so we're done with that fundraising. I don't know where we're at. I'm sorry.
Just shy of $10,000 since December 1st.
That's great.
Fantastic.
That's
It's
good.
very good.
That's good.
Do we know who those donations come in from? Do you have like a spreadsheet? Could you share that with me?
Is that,
It's a Google Drive. It's a Google
Okay.
Drive.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I might have access to it already. I have the one that you had sent around when we were filling
I
out
don't
the
know if
postcards,
that's where you
but
were filling it in or.
I didn't see it, no.
Yeah, any numbers, whoever made a donation got. has their
okay,
name.
yeah, send the link around everybody.
Yeah, that would be helpful. Thank you.
You also have about $2,500 in expenses.
Mhm.
Yep,
You're on it.
Okay.
Open it.
Oh,
You know, the
It's
link-
a
I'll see if
Google
I can-
sheet.
yeah, I probably can't access it on this computer. That's probably why. Thank you.
Oh, I had one other thing to bring up. Old business. Are we on old business?
No, we haven't,
we haven't,
Fund-
we-
Oh, sorry,
we're
sorry,
still
sorry.
doing fundraising.
Sorry.
we do have two policies to review. Did y'all
We
get a
do have
chance?
two policies. I
Thank
haven't
to
even
everybody,
gotten-
Jenna and Ethan and Annie on that.
Oh, the dog policy and the other
We worked really hard on that.
dog. I assume that people aren't bringing their ferrets.
Never
I have-
You
I have-
never know.
Sorry, I don't know where we are right
No.
now. Are we finished fundraising?
I don't have anything else to report, so that was kind of what we had. So, yeah, we can move on to the policy review, unless there's something you wanted to ask about fundraising.
No, I do have comments on the policy review, so I
Oh,
just
okay.
wanted to
Okay, let's just move on then. Did
Okay.
you,
Yeah, well, which one is first? The animals in the library?
yes,
Because the reason I'm mentioning that is I copied and pasted them into Word so that I could see if I needed to make any changes. So my comments on this one are limited to it needs a title.
Yeah.
Animals in the library policy. So I would put that at the top of it. And what else? I didn't have anything else on this one. I read through it. I think it's fine. Oh, this is a minor point, but in I think some of the in 6 and 7, paragraph 6 or paragraph 6 and
Uh-huh.
8 is the spacing off. It's really a minor comment.
the lines are a little short, yeah.
Let me go down to the PDF.
Yeah, we can see it. Annie will fix it.
Okay, that's totally minor. I do have anyway,
Ethics.
yeah, unless anyone has anything else to say about the
Animals.
yeah, then I do have a couple of things on ethics, which are just because I'm a stickler, I would the legal phrase is in the first line, section 806 of the general municipal law, insert of the state of New York or of New York State, and two sentences later, it should be the New York Nonprofit Revitalization Act of 2013. That's the name of those. My next comment, so I don't have many, so I'm going to read them if that's okay. In the first bullet, it doesn't make sense to me. I think it should say trustees acting in their capacities of trustee or as trustee shall observe. I think this language doesn't make sense
Sounds
about.
better.
Yeah, so can I read that again if it's helpful? Trustees acting in their capacities as trustee shall observe ... Next sentence, the word the should come out. Trustees shall comply with all laws, rules, and regulations. That the should be deleted. There's some duplication. If you look down at the bullet that says, if you find the bullet that says it is incumbent upon any trustee, let me read it. It is incumbent upon any trustee to disqualify himself, herself immediately whenever the appearance of, the word or should be changed to of, the appearance of a conflict of interest exists. The next sentence should be deleted because it's a dupe. The sentence reads, trustees must respect the confidential nature of library business while being aware of and in compliance with applicable laws governing freedom of information, period. That's a dupe from about 2 lines above. Is that
Mhm.
right? Am I right about that?
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am. Okay. Same thing
So
happens
so
again.
that bullet should just be trustees must not divulge information.
Sure. Yeah. Yep.
And he's got a point.
Yeah, could I get this like a document marked up? I'm taking the notes, but I realize
Oh,
when
yeah.
I go to make these edits, I'm not gonna be able to track. So if you could send me,
Yeah. I
discuss
have
it.
I have a track version anyway. Do you want me, should I continue and we can discuss them now and then
Oh,
maybe approve?
absolutely.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's.
Yeah,
so
let's
we're-
do that. Because
Yeah,
they're not,
Okay.
again, these
Yeah,
aren't
forget.
sexy changes, but they're just fixes. So the next one is if you read about 2 bullets down, it says trustees must be prepared to support to the fullest extent. The word extent needs to be added there. 2 bullets below that, there's another dupe. The whole sentence, trustees who accept library board membership are expected to perform all the functions of library trustees. That is a complete dupe. And that's my last comment. So
I
I
just
don't
have
know.
one question.
Sure.
If you go back up to no, I'm not gonna be able to find it because I said it out loud. It is incumbent upon a trustee to disqualify him or herself immediately whenever the appearance or a conflict of interest exists. Do you have to disqualify or do you have to disclose?
I would imagine you should
Well, don't you disclose and recuse?
well,
But do you have to, like, if I have
That's what.
if I have a conflict of interest, I have to disclose it, but does it automatically disqualify or?
No.
no, it doesn't disqualify you from
Necessarily, yeah.
It might though, but
I think all the examples I looked at, Mid Hudson provided, they all just had that you.
Disqualify.
Yeah,
That's fine. It's just a question of,
yeah, I mean, if we want to be different, I don't see anything in Mid Hudson saying you must. I think then we should add language clarifying what counts as a conflict of interest that requires a recusal of yourself.
so Weathersfield, we have to, every board member and employee has to sign a conflict of interest statement that states all of the other boards that you serve on and any other jobs that you hold. And it's just to provide the clarification, not necessarily exclude you from, but, so it's just a question of,
Do they make you at Weathersfield disclose what your spouse or partner does as well?
no, but if there is a potential conflict with an immediate family member, then you do have to disclose. So the best example I can do is my husband is a partial owner of a hay company. So if we are to switch our farming practices at Weathersfield to another hay company farming operation, I have to disclose that. Doesn't disqualify that organization from getting the lease agreement, but I just have to disclose it because it's an immediate family member. Yeah. So it's complicated, but I just would, depending on when this ethics statements could come into play, there's some things that we might all have
and
conflict
then
of interest in, not necessarily would make a difference though.
we also, it's saying that we have to sign a conflict of interest statement,
Mhm.
but it didn't give us a statement to sign. So
Yeah,
do we have a form?
we have a
that
mock-up
we're
of
working-
that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
same for ethics and conflict of interest. We do have forms for both of those. I left them out since they weren't immediate in policy and the other libraries didn't include them. But I'd be very happy in the next round.
Okay.
And both of them are pre-existing, right? They're already
Yes.
here in the
They're already
library as
there.
policy. There were no changes made to them.
Okay,
Yeah, I think I reformatted them a little, but the actual wording,
okay.
There's a couple of gender neutral changes to make.
yeah, I think we were gonna switch to the individual rather than his, her.
That works.
Yeah.
Right.
Are there any other comments?
No,
Do we move to accept this with the
with the changes.
with the changes? Or do we or have to approve it again next meeting?
I think we can approve it. I think someone can make a motion to approve these two policies with the changes that were discussed at this meeting.
Okay, so I make a motion to approve the animal in the library policy and the ethics statement with the changes as discussed to be approved.
A second,
I'll second. Allison.
all in
Thanks.
favor?
Hi.
Aye.
Um. We have all those policies that we had gone through last year
Mhm.
and approved that never got edited and never got posted on our website. We need all the internal and external policies to be on the website.
We did.
The last time I checked, there were, I'd have to.
Okay.
Okay, no, I just thought you might have known
She's
off the
gonna,
top of
she'll,
your
check-
head.
she'll,
Yeah,
she'll,
we'll
she'll
look
check.
it over. We'll look it
Yeah,
over.
I'll take a look.
But yeah, see what, if things need to be formatted, we need to finish them up and get them
Yeah.
updated, if possible.
Yeah, Ethan, Jenna and I are working on prioritizing in the
Okay,
background, the ones that
Great.
Are required legally.
Great.
And then I think the rest will definitely
Okay.
get up.
good.
Because annual reports do.
Oh, that's a pretty reputable report. I just found out that we were supposed to be training on the annual report, but they had to change it because the annual report is changing again. We don't have a firm software. I'm a little confused by this. They either do have a software vendor or the software vendor is changing things and hasn't finalized the format yet. So we don't know what we're reporting on yet. But the training now is scheduled for the end of February. We're signed up for the training. If it changes, we'll sign up for that too. I cannot tell you
Okay.
what's going on with.
So the report may be much later than,
It may not.
Okay.
It may still be the same because the state won't change it, but Baker and Taylor is supposed to have sold the software to some other company that's going to be
Okay.
producing it. So I don't know that. I can't give you any
Okay.
answers, but I just found that out. So
But some of these policies were required for the annual report, right?
He's gonna ask
or
if
that-
we have,
Right.
yeah,
and if they're board approved.
right. Some of them will be absolutely required for the larger libraries this year. We probably had a year of grace for some of them, but we will eventually have to have. Them. So yeah.
And we do have versions. I found our old policy manual from like 2015. And we do technically have versions of a lot of them, if not all of them, but they are definitely out of date.
10 years old.
They're-
Yeah.
great. Thank you for that work that you've been doing. I appreciate it. Old business?
So I just wanted to bring up the renewal of the lease.
Oh, yes.
And when we do that, let's try and negotiate more space. I
Mhm.
think we have a board friendly
Yeah.
library, a town board that is library friendly.
Now, yeah.
And I think that we can figure out a way to not have the conflict when we have the kids and the adults up there, or there are other rooms up there. I think we just need to figure out what
Nice
rooms
space.
can we get access to? Can we get more space in the cellar, in the basement? I mean, no one goes down there. So what can we get out of
The
that?
wrestling is gone.
Yeah.
Is the mat gone?
Nope.
Will the mat ever be gone?
They're
Nope.
supposed to have been gone last year.
Okay,
Okay.
so we should call Carl and see if he can take the mat or something. Like we can talk whenever we gotta negotiate the lease, but
Right.
I think we should ask for everything that we want. So I think maybe you guys could walk around and figure out, like, in best case scenario, you have another room upstairs that's yours, you have the entire basement, like what is it that you want? And then we go and ask for it.
Yes. I think you're right. Do you recall what year the lease is expiring?
28.
28? Okay.
How many years
But-
ago?
It was 10 years. But the 10-year lease has inhibited us from certain grants, correct?
Correct.
Because it is only a 10-year lease. So maybe that's the
Renegotiate.
linchpin to, right, let's just get it done, 50 years or something
Yeah.
like that.
We can't get any building, we can't get E-rate, we can't, there's a lot of grants that we cannot get.
So what length of a lease do we need?
25 would be a good,
Okay, so 25.
a good year, a good number.
And you can write into the lease, that you can get out of the
Mm-hmm.
lease, so.
Right. Okay.
We don't pay them that much.
I didn't catch the number that we were just talking about. We're saying a
15
10-year lease does not help us,
25 would be a good number.
a 45-year lease,
25.
25.
a 25-year lease.
Yes.
Yeah, it might be good to do this year.
I would do it now before.
Yeah.
I think you've got a board that is interested in doing things and looking good, and I would do it now.
And we have a lawyer who's on our board.
Oh, we don't have a real estate lawyer on our board.
Don't have do we need a real estate lawyer?
I wrote all of our leases for work. I'm happy to work with you on that one.
I mean, it would be nice. I don't feel like it's my skill set.
Should we do 50 years? I feel like even 25 years.
50's fine. 50 would be work.
I feel like 50 might be give you a little more
Mhm,
leeway on grants and things,
mhm.
because you might not apply for a grant for 5 years from now, and then you're down to 20 years, and then
The other problem is we don't own the building.
Yeah.
But the lease, so that,
But if we had a 50-year lease,
Codified
that's
stuff.
it makes it better. So like
Yeah.
like I said, 25 is the minimum.
the minimum. Okay, 25 would be the
minimum.
minimum.
I mean, I'd be happy to sit in as well.
I think Ethan should go
What?
for this negotiation.
I can go too.
Well, I mean, you like,
Well, Patrick, if you don't want to do it, I guess you could be.
No, I'm happy to do it. I mean, we're just spitballing now, I guess. But my first, my questions are things like, when was the last time it was renewed? Obviously 10 years ago. What was that process like? Who did it? Who negotiated it? Maybe we should ask other libraries. I mean, I hate over lawyering things, but I also don't want to, I mean.
Oh, that's a very good point. Clinton just renewed their lease, did they not? I think they did, because
'Cause
they're
they
one of
share
the,
their- most libraries in the system own their own building.
right, they are one of the only ones that has a town-owned building. 'Cause
It
they
would
have that
be
weird
interesting, yes.
I would I will reach out to them and I'll find out, how they did it and how the negotiations went. And, because, I just don't want to start this process and then find, I mean, who knows what's going to happen. I'll say this, I could imagine other, not this particular town board, but I can imagine a town board would look at our library and say, no, you need to pay more. You're getting these 414s, and it's great that things are improving in the town, and there are more people, and the programs are going up. But we have a budget as well that we need to balance. So I'd like to have a conversation with someone who's been through this recently. So I'll reach out.
well, do we know how much is left on the loan on this building? I know this building is a shitty building, but do we know how much is left on the loan?
I don't offhand,
I
but
think
it's not.
I think it's like
small.
20,
So is it like $700,000?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Codes, Brian would know.
So I mean, is that another scenario where we look at taking over the loan of the building? We rent back the upstairs to them. They pay us for that. You know, like, I think one of the problems, I'll just go on my soapbox for a moment here. I think one of the problems in this town is that everyone thinks very linearly, and that there are the problems that this town faces require a more creative solutions than a linear solution. And so I think that we should approach this lease, building, et cetera, whatever, however, with a creative solution that could potentially work out best for us and also for the town.
And at that point, if there's $700,000 left on the loan and we want to take it over, does it make more sense for us to find a different building? Yeah, sorry, that's even harder
So
question.
I don't think it does.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, I would
off-
agree, but I think that would, if we were looking at spending $700,000, there's a building in town that just came up for sale.
Yeah.
sure, but it's gonna require $1 million worth of
Yeah.
work. So
Yeah,
it's like,
absolutely.
are you better off just trying to make this, somehow make this building? Is this the cheap? And again,
Is this the best option?
I'm
No,
speaking with
absolutely.
no data, no real data, but you know.
And at that point, I mean, we just went through a process to do a site condition report and we got a grant that covered the cost of it, but they did a full structural and systems analysis of the entire building, of all of the mechanical, all of like the heating, the air conditioning. They did the roof, like they did every single piece, the windows, everything. And we got a grant to cover it. And it gives us a long-term deferred maintenance plan on what the building needs. And so if we were to keep that, that would be something I would definitely recommend going through and
The
doing.
town just got a $15,000 grant in that similar regard to look at town buildings.
Mhm,
Can we check and see if they're gonna look at this building? I would presume that they are,
mhm.
but that's
We
a
should-
presumption.
We should talk.
Because the original request was for 25 and they only got 15.
15, yeah.
Yeah.
And there, it was
Similar.
geared towards the town hall replacement,
Mhm,
but.
mhm.
Mhm.
Well, along those same veins, we don't know where the library construction funds are gonna be in the next few years because
Right,
we can't even assume.
Well, we were told by the grant writer that with regard to town hall, that there are no there are no grants
Mm.
for town hall. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe you might get, a grant for some solar panels, but like,
Yeah.
there are no grants
Yeah.
to build town hall.
Mhm.
So I would assume that, there's probably no grants to build a library. You might get grants to do specific things,
Yeah.
but I
but
think, the other thing, I think we also need to ask the question, how long is the bond on
Yes.
this
Mhm.
building for? How much is the bond? And what are the penalties if something changes in that? Because it may be structured in a way, because I believe Dara had it restructured in a way to make it as cheap as possible. There's no way to get out of it. So it's not something we can pay off, that the town can pay off early to, get something off the books. Like it
like there
may,
may be some way to transfer the
right,
owner of the bond.
Mhm.
I mean,
right.
I don't know, but I'm like, again, I think
We need
let's
to
find out
we
all of
need to
these
know,
different
yeah.
things and
Mhm.
because I do agree that they're with Patrick that they may say, well, you guys are gonna actually start have to pay us $10,000 a month.
Mhm.
I mean, I could see them saying that easily.
Or at the very least, you are now responsible. If I were on the town board,
For the debt service.
you have to cover all the utilities.
Mhm.
So we do not do that at the moment.
Because they can't subdivide just the library's
Right.
portion of the utilities. So if they
Well,
were
they
not,
could if they,
Mhm.
have to
Right.
redo it.
right.
Yeah. All really good thoughts.
Just as you're getting ready to leave.
It'll be on the subcommittee.
Just calling you back to
Um,
remind us.
That's it. One other thing I just thought I would bring up is, and this is not to do with me, but so in Millerton, they have changed the rules for committees that you don't have to live in the town of Northeast to be on the committees. Because like every town, there's like, 5 people that do everything, right? And so they've changed their bylaws to allow people from, let's say, Copake or Pine Plains to serve on their committees. So I wonder if, and it may not be an issue, we may not think it's an issue for the library, but I wonder if we should think about expanding, like if Allison moved across the street, she would no longer
I'd live in Millerton.
you live in Millerton, right? So I wonder if we consider expanding the areas in which you can live to be on the board of the Pine Plains Free Library.
You could do it to the Pine Plains School District.
Right.
That's what Willow Roots does. We serve anybody in the Pine Plains School District. So
So that
doesn't
requires us changing our charter.
I don't know. I don't know what it requires, but I was just thinking that, we do serve, like, people in Sanfordville don't use the Sanfordville library. They use this library because it's closer to them, right? Or Ankrum use this library and don't go to Rojan. So we do serve other communities. So
I use
And
my
there,
Millerton library, unfortunately, more than we come to this library, to be honest.
well,
Yeah.
particularly when you had the road closure.
Yeah.
And because
exactly.
we're municipal, so the Village of Millerton did what you're talking about. That has to be a legislative act. Because we're municipal, I imagine that would have to come from the town. And Millerton did that with the thought that they could get business owners and people who live in Lakeville, but they own a business and kind of expand to people who are in the community.
But
It's a
also-
great idea.
Yeah, but also people who have second homes in this community,
That
which
too.
would open.
so
up
are
a
they,
lot.
they're an association library or they're not municipal library?
Northeast?
Yeah,
I don't know. The Village of Millerton was the one that took the action
Okay.
so that people, if you
Actually-
want to serve on the planning board and you own a business in the village, but you don't live in the village, you could then,
Okay.
and it expanded it because unless you live in the municipality, so that is the Village of Millerton.
right,
Well, what if you live on Red Pond Road?
right.
You're in town of Northeast. I can't be on the planning board in Millerton, so that's why they took that action.
Okay.
Definitely worth considering.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The other problem we have,
Other than that, Mrs. Lincoln.
with Curie announcing her departure, we really need a new vice president
And a new trustee.
and a new trustee.
I have one who will probably be interested.
Oh,
So
great.
Curie has 1 year left on her term, so we'd need someone to cover that year, and then they could come back for a full year.
Well, this is actually a perfect opportunity to fix our and make sure we're staggered year by year. Because Carrie and Patrick were appointed the same year.
Right.
So sucks, but thank you. It's a
Yeah,
little bit of a silver lining.
okay. Do you have that list that Kenda had? Or do you created your own?
I
of the
created my
years?
own.
Okay. Okay. Do we have any other old business?
Did we on policies, did we actually pass the opioid
No,
or the ICE action policy?
no. The policies, I think the Narcan policy is probably an easier one to pass because anybody can get trained for that.
They're putting in a
Spencer.
Spencer in
Yeah.
Hudson, right? Is that where it is?
Red Hook. I
Oh, it's
thought.
Red Hook? Okay, Red Hook, okay.
But I think we should revisit that, again. The ICE policy is tougher because it's the policy that we were basing our policy on was the one written for Adrian's library, which is a totally different kettle of fish. So we need to right size that policy, I think, before we pass it. Patrick, had you had a chance to look at those? You were, I think, gonna at some point think about whether they were legally needed something different.
I have not, but I will put it on my list.
What policies are we missing for the
Ooh, let's see, I've got a list right here.
annual report? Because those take precedence, but I think
Yeah, they should.
these also need to.
So the ethics we just approved as amended, election development we did, confidentiality we did. Conflict of interest.
Which
think
we're
that's the one.
almost done with.
Yeah, financial control. Is that the last one though? Yeah.
And I think
Development
I think the
disaster.
financial controls exist. It just may need to be updated.
Yeah.
It does.
I know disaster
Um,
preparedness, that, or the
The
disaster.
disaster
recovery.
preparedness, yeah.
We have
but-
access, they just, at the DCLA meeting, we have access, Mid Hudson's given us access to a site that gives us a boilerplate,
Oh, okay,
basically, so,
great.
We also basically had it done.
yeah.
I just had to update a couple things. And looking at the other libraries, I think one of the biggest things is how are we going to define a disaster? Because some of them on their disaster preparedness, it's conversations with the media. Personally, I would not consider that a disaster.
Hmm.
But I think what they're thinking is something that could have serious impact on the library.
Ah.
So if, for example, some legislation
Hmm.
impacting libraries passes or is proposed.
Yeah.
Some of them.
That's not how I would interpret that
I-
at all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's the only,
don't
I
think-
wouldn't put that on there.
yeah, that feels like that's a very broad disaster preparedness plan.
I was
But
thinking more like nor'easter.
Yeah.
yeah, most of what we
Yeah.
have is
Or
that,
flooding.
Or
but
a pipe.
you could say
Right.
something like a health emergency. That was in one of ours. So like things like don't give out medications to patrons, obviously, but something like the Narcan policy, the opioids. Would we consider someone overdosing in the library to be a disaster?
no, that's my
Crisis.
opinion.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree,
Yeah.
Jean, a crisis.
Yeah.
Maybe we could,
Disaster.
maybe we probably should speak to Rich Prentice too about that. This is the town building and that's literally his job.
In that case, I would say we could probably, because not all of them have that. I think it's fine if we just have the basic, like, there's a tornado, don't
Right.
go outside.
Go in the
Right.
cellar, but we don't have
Yeah.
access to the cellar.
Oh,
We can be in that one corner.
No, we did evacuate to
Yeah.
the basement one Saturday when there was a tornado.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I did, I
yeah,
didn't care. We're all going down there.
yeah, we've gone down there as well.
So it sounds like we have policy review for the next couple of months.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Motion to adjourn.
Oh, new business? We did do
new business?
I don't know, there's a motion on the floor.
I second the.
I hear a second.
I have a baked potato in the oven. It's probably exploded at this.
I'm hoping my kids turned off the oven like I told them to.
Yeah.
Thank y'all.
Have a good
Thank